Hi everyone, welcome to Scrapbooking from the Heart with Kiki Halbert and the YouTube Hoppers. We are going to be focusing this month's theme on appreciation, so be sure to check out the description box below for the other links to the talented ladies joining me this month. Let's get started. So this month I'm going to be working with the Lovely collection from Close to My Heart, along with some other accessories from Close to My Heart. And I'm also going to be using some thickers and some stickers that I got from Teresa Collins, along with a Happy Planner box. And I'm going to be scrapbooking a photo of my mum using a Page Maps. It was a template or a sketch. And this particular sketch is a nice one because it uses a 4x6 photo and some nice papers, but doesn't make the page too busy, which I really like. So I'm just going to, I've already cut down the papers to size, and I'm just going to start by laying down the first layer of my paper. And you'll see that I'm having trouble with my square ruler lately, so I might look into another one because this one isn't the greatest. If you've got a link to a square ruler that you absolutely love, please leave it in the comments below, because I really think I need to get a new one. So this month what I've done is I'm using the, as I said, I'm using some accessories from Close to My Heart, but I'm using most of the stickers. Or not all of the stickers, but some of the stickers from this sticker sheet that coordinate with the Lovely collection. And I've used some extra papers that I'm going to be creating banners with. I'm also going to be creating a long journaling box, and I'm actually matting the journaling box so that it stands out a little bit more against the paper. And I really like that effect. I am leaving it a little long on the bottom, and you'll see that I'll be adding a banner down there later. So this photo of my mum and I've backed onto the Bluebell cardstock, which is the matching cardstock that goes with the collection. And I'm going to cut a few banners. What I do for cutting the banners or pennants, whatever you want to call them, is I fold the corner or the end of the paper and then just cut from corner to corner. So you can see me doing it here. And then that gives you perfectly even banner pennants, the flags, whatever you want to call them. So I've got a variety of different papers here that I'm just going to go and do that with. This photo of me and my mum was taken during her first chemotherapy treatment. And I thought that appreciation would come in would work really well with this photo, because our mums do so much for us as we're growing up, and they're always there for us whenever we're in our dark times or we're having troubles. And it was really nice to be able to spend time with my mum, to be there for her during her dark times, and to show my appreciation for what she did for me. And I think my mum really appreciated that too. We only had a short time together. After she finished her chemo treatment, she lasted about a year until she passed away. And it was a really special time for us where we really appreciated each other's company and our qualities of each other. And we were really, it's like the saying says, right? Like mother first, friend forever. And that was me and my mom. So I thought I'd use this photo for the appreciation theme. And you'll see as well as we go along that some of the words that I used as well are also associated with gratitude or appreciation. And I think that really, that they really work with this. So I've got my layers of paper down, and you'll see that it's a really pretty simple layout. And I'm sorry for the transition there being really harsh. I recently upgraded my phone, and I don't know why, but the transitions just are not working for me. So I'm going to look into that. But hopefully you've got a better quality picture this time around because of the upgraded phone. So I'm taking some of the stickers, and I'm just using, this is one of those embossing anti-static pouches, and as you know, if you've used them, they're full of baby powder, so it's a way to take the stickiness out of a sticker so that you can use it more like a die cut. And so that's what I've decided to do with some of the stickers that I have chosen from the sticker sheet. I'm not using a ton of them. I wanted really to keep it fairly simple so that the emphasis is totally on the photo. But I do love the colors of the papers and the softness of this entire collection. So I've taken a couple of stickers. I'm now pulling out a couple of these are puffy epoxy stickers from Teresa Collins. And there's some that are floral. There's a lot of encouraging words and things like that. So I'm taking the one down here with the outlined flower. I think that's really pretty. It's not super sticky, so I'm just gonna put it where I think I want it for now. And I should be able to move it around a lot. I've also chosen this heart with words on it, and you'll see that in the close-up. And it says always be grateful, so that I thought was appropriate. And then I grab another floral epoxy sticker. And these are nice, like puffy epoxy stickers that can be used anytime on just about any layout, as long as it's a girly layout with the pink. So I'm going to set those aside because I'm not entirely certain where I'm going to put them yet. I know that I'm going to have a cluster up at the top right where that big sticker is. And I'm going to have one around the banners down at the bottom. I also really love this pink moth. I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to use that for sure. And then I'm also choosing, like, there's a pot that has lavender in it or something. So I'm just going to back these with some foam tape to size, just to give it some dimension, because those acrylic words are quite chunky. And so I do want to sort of add some dimension across the page, not just the chunky letters. So when I layer all of my different embellishments, I'm going to add some lift to the to some of them to add the texture that I need, or the dimension, I should say. Okay, so you're going to see that dimension there. And I play around with the word placement for this one, which says this moment, and I really do like how it looks up top. And I'm also going to stick that always be grateful sticker up right near there as well. So I'm just going to play around with the placement of these particular embellishments. And sorry if you heard my cat there. He's being a little bit of a bum lately, I'll tell you. But one thing I'm going to do, and you might see this here, is I'm only going to lift one part of one side of the heart, and that is so that it lies flat against the photo, but it will be puffed, it will be stand up from those pennants. And you'll see more of that detail when you see the picture at the end. Sorry if I'm a little bit rambly. It's been quite a few, how can I say, tough times lately. My dad passed away in January, and my mother had also passed away 3 years ago in January, so that brought that all back. So it's been a bit of a rough road, but I'm moving along with my grief. I'm not trying to ignore it or anything, which is good. But it's nice to be able to scrapbook some pictures and to be able to really reflect on the meaning of the pictures and journal a little bit more. So I'm just playing around. You'll see where I've created these clusters now. And now I'm using the acrylic words to create my title, which is going to be Family First, Friends Forever. So what I'm using is, I've used the thickers for the first because I didn't have that word in acrylic, obviously. And then to stick these on, I'm using sticky specks because the nice thing about that is they are very sticky. They do a very good job of sticking very fine detailed things and putting, like, it's it's basically micro mini dots. And so I'm using that for the acrylic words to get them on. And that way I don't have any glue residue or anything like that showing through. And so I'm going to do that with the Forever as well. And you'll see it nests nicely in there, so I'm going to keep that there. And then I'm also going to add an acrylic heart later. You'll see that. So I thought I would use the Bluebell pearls this time around because the pearls are sort of softer, and I thought this layout would be nice for it. And here's a little trick for you if you're trying to put your pearls down, is just to push your finger onto the pearl. I know it looks like I'm really straining there. It's just because of the finger being a little messed up right now. That's another story for another day. But yeah, you just push your finger down onto the pearl or the glitter, and then when you've got it in the spot you want it, you just pull the acrylic out, and it works like magic. It's just wonderful. Instead of pulling them off with tweezers and everything, it's just what a nightmare that was for me. So ever since I found that tip, I've been using it, and I've been passing it along to everybody that I know. So so there's where I have all of I have the pearls, I have all the accents, I've added my journaling off screen. Now I'm going to add some splatters of shimmer brush in Bluebell. And so what I do for this is that I'll squeeze this shimmer brush just a little, just to get it running. And then once the tip is full of ink, then I will use my fingers to tap the bottom or tap along the side to get smaller brush splatters. You'll see that I tap it here several times because it's kind of drying out a little bit, but it's getting still some nice little splatters. And then I'm going to also use some paper towel to just blot up any excess. And that's about it. And that way it gives me a little bit of mixed media on there and just fills in some of the white space without having to have like a whole bunch of embellishments. So I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to check out the girls in the description box below because they are really talented ladies. And here's some of the close-ups. I hope I gave you a tip or two that you really appreciate, and that you'll stay tuned with us for March. And that will be on the 28th of March. And thanks for joining me today. You have yourself a great weekend.